you were about to make $5,000. Now it's on a drawdown or you're either losing money. So if you're this type of trader where you're holding too much your trade and it comes back to your face, you're either breaking even or you're losing money. And now it pisses you off. This video is rightly for you. We all have our obstacle. Mine is currently this fact, because I am from the 15th of November, I want to hold my trade toward my take profit. So I want to swing them because I've noticed that you make so much profit just based by the fact that you could simply be more patient. There's an old saying that says you don't make money by pressing the button. You make money by just waiting. And this is how all the best investors have been doing this for years and decades. And it's true because from the 15th of November, I've changed a little bit my approach. I did not change my techniques. There's a big nuances here because when you change your way and your perspective or your technical tools, I mean, this is where you're starting to go in that rabbit hole, because there's no such thing as the right formula. There's no such thing as the magic indicator or the new edge, nothing of that. You just have to become so much better at whatever you were good at. What's working, you just have to amplify them. And then sometime in certain market condition, it changes. You just have to adapt yourself, be less aggressive or whatnot. You see, in our Discord community, we have this thing called market condition. So we have 3 market conditions. The first one is full buck, meaning that you go from A to B without taking any take profit and without taking any break even, whatnot. The second market condition is partial. So you take half of your profit at the first target of the take profit, and then for the last take profit area, you just leave that half profit to will there. The third one, you start with your half lot size. So instead of going full buck, you're gonna decrease your lot size from half, and then you go from point A to point B. This is very important because as traders, you need to have the skill set to understand what market condition you are. All market conditions are varying, and sometimes they are completely different. And just the fact that you could recognize those market conditions, it could save yourself so much mistake. You have absolutely no idea. I've seen the best of the best trader that they're remaining with the same technique. So full buck from point A to point B, they were about to make millions of dollars. And just in the brinks of a second, because they haven't recognized the market condition beforehand, well then those few millions of potential all the way down to $0. In no world I would see any human have few millions of dollars, few hundreds of $1,000 in take profit, go back to zero, and you're just at peace at that. I mean, there's obviously some work to do. There's obviously some refinement and new way of approaching your trading journey in order for you to at least take some profit out of that. So we have this market condition, and we offer this in our Discord community. It's called the ApexPayman War Room. The point is, yesterday I bought gold at 27.92, 93-ish. I had my take profit area at 28.20. It was a beautiful price. It was a sure way of take profit. I mean, it was obviously there. Like technically, you could have seen it and everyone could have seen it, and that's where the problem is. And we have stretched from full MC at least 700 pips. I haven't noticed that. I haven't actually measured the whole length of the bullish trend. So just the fact that I haven't seen that simple detail, it cost me $0. I mean, I was about to make at least 1,300 pips because I had few position and I was going to 28.20, around 1,300 pips. So the fact that I was married to my bias and my idea, it was almost going, so I remember it touched 28.17, it came all the way back down, like 130 pips lower. Something is obviously not going right. It did a lower low on top of it. And then afterward, it just shoot back up toward the 88.60, so around 28, if I remember, 16-ish, and then came all the way back down. I was married to my trade, and I had few accounts that I was pretty bullish. Like if this would have been a take profit, it would have been an impeccable month. It is what it is, and the way I feel about it, that is what's important, because this is the type of mindset that you guys want to have. Every time something is not working well, I am so grateful. Well, obviously we're human. At the same exact moment, I had some conflicting thought. What is a conflicting thought? I had my old voice that was saying to myself, well, you should have done this. I should have taken my take profit. I should have at least break even. All those negative voice. But then there's my real consciousness that knows what's best for me. because I've been doing this over and over again. And these are the skill set and the mindset that you want to have. I knew for a fact that each obstacle have an equal seeds of benefit that will come out of that. And that was the next one. It was going back to my journal, looking what I did wrong, and assess the situation as fast as possible. Because one day, for sure, you're gonna manage a huge amount of money. You don't want to do these mistakes eventually. You want to make these mistakes right now with the capital that you have right now. Amor fati, meaning embrace your fate, because that is exactly what you need in your process in order for you to have exactly the righteous wisdom. The moment you have the wisdom acquired, which is the most valuable thing. It's not the pips, it's not the dollar, it's not the percentage that you're going to do in a month. These are not important. These are only things that you don't have control, right? You can influence them, but you don't have control on any outcome of your life. I'm sure if you could take some time, back off a little bit, and to study a bit your life, you would see that the most important thing of your life are the things that you have control. I mean, you don't get to experience the life, you get to experience the life you're focusing into. So you're focusing either on what you have control or we don't have control. Are you focusing on the past, the future, or the present moment? Are you focusing on that which you have or that which you don't have? You see, when you're focusing on that which you have control, you can assess the situation as fast as possible. If you're remaining in the past, if I would have remained in the past, like I was making already like 700-800 pips, which is quite of a good amount of money. I'm not a type of person, I like to talk about money. I don't like to brag about money. It's not about that. It's about performance, and I see trading as a sport and just like a business as well. We treat them as performance less than dollar amounts, because when you start to put the dollar amount, then you start to distort the whole dynamic of trading. And I'm sure this is one of your problem. Well, because the fact that you're chasing the money, you have less of it because you're chasing it. Without diverging of the subject here, when you're focusing on the present moment, you can assess the situation correctly. And if you focus on that which you have control, then you'd be much better off putting your energy and time. Because when you put your energy and time on things that you don't have control, this is when you're actually losing time and you're spending your precious currency in something that is oblivion. And when you say yes to something, you say no to something else, which is assessing the situation wisely and actually find the answer for the upcoming trades. Because each trade that you're doing, either you win or you lose, there's going to be thousands of more trades. So I don't see it as a short-term perspective. I see it in the long run. I stretch this down along the journey. Like I do this for the rest of, I want to do this for the rest of my life. So the fact that I know this and I'm aware of it, I am thinking more on things that are more valuable than the actual pips, because the pips are fleeting. I have this old way of saying, money stay where it's comfortable. So if you don't have the skill set, even if today you have the pips or the dollar amount, it's okay. I know it's going to be a question of time for those who are using well their focus that will come and get that which is deserved for them. So whatever you have in your pocket will come back to us, because we're not valuing this. We're focusing our energy and time in things that are actually more valuable, things that you can never take away from me. You can never take away my experience and my wisdom, but sure, you can take away some pips. Situation happens. And matter of fact, yesterday it was Trump comment about the tax tariff that changed the whole dynamic. There was like huge swing of wicks going on up and down. And then my partner came to see me and he said, well, there was a misunderstanding with Trump tax tariff with the date upcoming for Canada. And when this happened, it changed the whole dynamic. What do I have control on that? Absolutely not. I do have control on what I will do and how I could assess the situation. But I was not in a position where I was in front of my screen. I had all my stop losses. I have everything planned, but I did not plan the fact that Trump would have speak at that exact time, and that would be misunderstood. I mean, it would have touched my stop loss in break even. So basically my stop loss went on top of my entry. So this is the mindset I want to leave you guys with. Each time that you're missing out on a trade, each time that you're in a profit but that came all the way back down to $0 profit, or even worse, in a loss, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you don't do the same mistake twice. So you go back to your journal, studying yourself, the situation at hand, and you take the best of your time and energy to do the best you can at that current moment. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Let us a comment, anything that you guys want. It'll be my pleasure. And matter of fact, I want to do this more often. Like I want to journal my whole process of trading, where I'm at exactly mentally. You'll see basically from a trader that started like nothing, just like same as you guys, to the apex of what I could potentially do. On this note, God bless, and I see you guys next time. Take care.